Who am I? Who do I not want to be? I'm not good at analogies also. Right now, which is highly annoying, starting and stopping, starting and stopping. And then also, if I was career woman, suit, pumps, corner office, learn as much as I could from her so that I could be that mom. But it is very true. I want it, and I want faith, productivity, motherhood, culinary lessons, wifedom, and adulting. I'm just gonna pick at random. Let's just start with adulting. All right, so adulting has been whatever it's been. I think primarily one of the lessons I've been learning, or I did learn this year, is you really can't be afraid of being who you used to be to the new people that you're meeting. Hopefully that makes sense. But I think I've kind of been afraid to make friends, to meet new people. You know, one, because I've been a mom for I consider a long time. But I was also a young mom. I had my first kid at 21. So I was a younger mom in a lot of the mommy and me spaces. So I always kind of felt like people were like sunning me, you know, because I hadn't had that much life experience, but here I was with a kid. So now that I'm in my 30s and I've kind of like plateaued a little bit with peers who also are having kids, you know, or have young kids, I find myself a bit anxious because I'm like, oh, who am I? Who do I not want to be? And who can I be? How can I be better me meeting these new people? I'm like running a race and trying to change my shoes real quick so that I can be like fresh for the run. But I'm not good at analogies also. But that's kind of what adulting, at least trying to make adulting friendships, has felt like. And one, I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing to want to be the best version of yourself, especially when you're meeting new people, especially as a parent, you know, and you're trying to find friends for your kid and then for yourself, you know. I think also, or maybe the downside to that is there's just so much pressure. At least for me, I put a lot of pressure on myself to do better and be better. So maybe when the people from the past come or see me in the present, I'm just not that same person. All right, the next one is the culinary. My mother is a wonderful cook. Like, she is a great cook. One of my biggest goals when I became a mom was to learn as much as I could from her so that I could be that mom for my kids. You know, our house was always popping because my mom could cook. That was just a goal of mine. I'd like to be that for my kids, although they are all super picky right now, which is highly annoying. My husband jokes all the time that I'm a short order cook, but that's how my mom did it. She always asked, she did. She took our orders and she made things that we all like to eat. And we never really got this is what I made, so y'all better eat it. But biggest lesson I learned in my cookery is to cook down those aromatics first. And I don't know, I'm not a technical person. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but I will, and don't throw the garlic in there too soon, because if that burns the whole dish, bitterness just. So onions, celery, carrots, peppers, onions, any of that. You're just cook that down. Let it live in the pot. Let it season, flavor the oil in there. and then you move on, and then you continue on. I cannot tell you, when I started consistently doing this to any dish that I decided to make, the flavor just, this was nice. This was good. You know, my husband saying, hey, throw this into the regular rotation. I will do that. Okay, I shall. My oldest daughter is like, Mom, this was good, which is a high compliment. Okay, because again, these people, picky, and I cannot take it. In my motherhood, and I've known this, but it's different now because we have 3 kids. So I'm finding myself having to like make micro commitments to the different levels of disciplining that I have to do for each kid. And it is not fun. It's not fun. It's just difficult at the same time because I have a 3-year-old, I've got a 5-year-old, I've got an 11-year-old. And if you can imagine, the spectrum of disciplining and assertiveness that I need to have as a mom it varies. And I feel like I'm like walking in, putting on a hat, walking out, putting on a different hat. You know, it's just very flip-floppy, and it can be challenging. One of the biggest lessons I've learned in this area, however, is if you don't make that micro commitment per child with whatever the challenge, whatever the disciplining challenge might be for the season, you will find yourself in a spiral of mess, okay? Great example. I never thought that I would get my middle child out of diapers. He was just slower to potty train. Also, we had to deal with the aiming as well. And so I kept, we're gonna potty train this weekend. We'd try it out. The day would be hard and I'd be like, never mind, I can't do it. And I just felt honestly that the Lord was like, hey, it doesn't get easier. Like, are you gonna train the boy to do this, or are you just gonna keep starting and stopping? And then also, what are you communicating to your child that you keep doing this and you're not committing and being patient and whatever else I needed to do that. And it was only when I was like, all right, I expect this to be hard. I expect this to be challenging. I am committing to pushing through despite how much I get peed on, okay? I'm just gonna do it. That's a small example, but I have seen that bear fruit with my son in particular. Once he got it, which was a little bit of a journey, he got it. And I was like, oh. And he was one, I mean, he was a little bit more unique than our girls. I've never had to wake him up to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Actually, we've had a few sleepwalking situations, which apparently children do that sometimes. To round that out, I think my biggest lesson has been learning to identify when I need to kind of take a mental moment to be like, hey, this is the time that you need to make a micro commitment to do this. Like, of course, I'm committed to my children and raising them and rearing them with my husband, but it's also like, no, there's just a part of this that is part of my motherhood, a part of my role in their lives, that if I don't commit to this, I don't know how it would affect them later if I'm not disciplined here with them right now. So I've identified that painful feeling, and that lesson this year was like, hey, that's just never gonna stop. It's just never gonna stop. It's just gonna keep showing itself in different areas and phases of their childhood. All right, the next one is productivity. Now, as a stay-at-home mom, I didn't think about productivity before as like something to apply in my home, but it's only because I only applied productivity to like boss woman things. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was career woman, suit, pumps, corner office, I'd need to be productive, right? But I have learned that productivity really benefits how my home runs. How we operate as a family really is crucial to my productivity, especially if you're gonna adhere to a budget, if you're gonna give your kids wholesome meals and, whatever else might be the case. I think my productivity, I have learned, especially this year with everyone being a little bit older, eating more and needing a bit more elbow grease, in certain areas. If I'm gonna do all of that, then I definitely need to be more productive. So my lesson in productivity has really boiled down to less is more, and I need to start earlier than I think I do, which has resulted in me most times cooking dinner in the mornings for the most part. Like I'm not gonna make the cornbread that early, obviously. But if I'm making chili, that's reheatable. We could do that. That's just a little example, but starting earlier than I think and learning to edit things down, which I'm so bad at. I'm so bad at this because I just want all the options. I want all the options. I want all of this, all of that. And I've actually steered away from kind of how my mom used to do it for us. Like, hey, what do you guys want to eat? And now I've kind of, which I guess leans into my husband's rearing is, no, this is what we're having. That has caused me to be more assertive than I want to be sometimes. But it has worked out because then it also helps me not operate or start my day with a high level of anxiety because I need to make 14 different meals for dinner. In my wifery, my husband and I will be married 9 years in January, and I hesitate. Now that I'm this far into marriage, I hesitate to give advice. So this is not that. This is literally, here's what me, Ariana, has learned being married for almost 9 years. Softer is better. And I think that identifying for me more quickly what may have offended me so that I can respond better is a big lesson. Because let me tell you, if the sarcasm rears its head, I'm coming with it. Oh, is that you over there? I'm gonna get a little, I can do it too. And even if I'm trying to be loving, if I am coming from an offended stance, it won't land well. It doesn't land well. And yeah, I think that's something that I'm gonna be more actively pivoting out of quicker. Like, unoffendable is something that we used to have friends say, like, be unoffendable. And I used to be like, yes. Until I realized, like, that applies in the marriage life too. Oh, darn it. With strangers, I feel like it's a little better. Like, you're not tied and intertwined in there so deeply. But in my wifery, yeah. Also, just a little quick side note, The Bait of Satan, if you've never read it, great book. It has also helped me in my wifery as well. Again, this is not advice. This is just something I have learned this year and through the years. Last one, and I saved this one for last because it's the most important to me, is my faith. I think where I've come with the Lord in the last year alone has been incredible. It has been kind of weird and scary, and I don't want to stop. I want to go deeper. I have so much more sensitivity, I think, for the Lord. And I also have like this yearning, like if you've ever read in the Bible, like the thirst for the Lord, I thirst for you. Man, that is a real thing. And it's something that I've heard people talk about before. I haven't really experienced it now until most recently in the last year. And it's a new thing. And I've always respected and revered and had a fear of God. When I accepted Jesus in my life, I just, he's just there. That's just something that I always just kind of knew. But this thirst thing is new, right? Like if I miss reading my Bible for a day, 2, 3, I feel it. Like I feel crazy. If I let a whole week go by, 2 weeks, I've gotten off the narrow way and I'm headed to hell. That's how I feel. And so I mean that it's funny, it's not funny. That's just how I feel. I just think that one, I'm just so grateful to be in this place. And I think the lesson that the Lord has just shown me is that the more I seek him, the more I will see him, the more I will feel him. And I'm not an openly emotive person, especially if they're deep, vulnerable feelings. I can be silly sometimes, but I'm not someone that I feel like people are like, oh yeah, she's a goofball. She shares so much, like I'm very reserved. I'm pretty reserved. I don't emote very much. And so having the Lord just kind of tear me apart and make me this like really sensitive person has just been like, what is happening, Lord? I'm like, I've had like right there, I had a hour-long weeping session because I was listening to Stephanie Gretzinger's newest album. I highly recommend. It was Psalm 37, and I have been reading the Psalms almost exclusively for about a year now. I don't know why the Lord has me there, but I'm just there. And she was singing what I had been reading, and I just realized like, oh God, I know this about you. I've never deeply studied Psalm 37 before, but I know this about you. And I was just overcome with whatever that emotion was, gratitude, fear, and trembling. Like it was overwhelming. And I have just found myself in this place where if I am not, I want to have that feeling just ready to go and be released over me, because I just want to be in the presence of the Lord. And I sound so churchy as a girl who grew up in church. I sound so churchy to my little self saying this out loud right now, but it is very true. I want it, and I want it in the way that Jesus felt it, right? Like he was so afraid to be separated from the Lord, to be crucified on the cross and separated, because he didn't want to be away from the Lord, the Father. Can you imagine feeling that way intensely, constantly, and not always having to search for it, but you're just in it? Oh man, yeah. I don't know if that was the biggest lesson more than it was like an experience, but whew, that has been, I'm chasing that. So yeah, so that's it. Biggest lessons learned in 2025. I can't wait for next year so that I can like juxtapose it and see how those compare. I think in my next video, I saw a thread on Threads, and when someone asked a question about what's the biggest like character thing that you encountered in your marriage. So I think I want to, as a wife, so I think I want to, that's chaotic telling you what I want to do in my next video, but I think you get it. So happy New Year, or whenever you're watching this.